it states, our adversary is whoever the Most High assigns to that role, 1 Kings 11:14 through 25, or who he has made with a evil, ungodly disposition. Thus, throughout the Bible, the adversaries of the Most High's people were always flesh and blood people, usually those of some other race. Yes, the evil, destructive, and hostile Edomite Jews, aka the Caucasian Jews, were made that way by the Most High. I form the light and create darkness. I make peace and create evil. I, the Lord Yahweh, do all these things. Isaiah 45:7. Thus says the Lord Yahweh, behold, I frame evil against you and devise a device against you. Jeremiah 18:11. The Most High is a director, a creator, right? Behold, I have created the smith who blows the coals in the fire, and have created the waster to destroy. Isaiah 54:16. The Lord Yahweh has made all things for himself, yes, even the wicked for the day of evil. Proverbs 16:4. Evil, wicked persons are a part of the Most High's plan for this world, persons who would be against his order, his law, and his people. No supernatural devil exists in this plan, okay? So they made you believe, at least through Christianity and a lot of the whitewash religions of a red man, which is analogy for them to be the devil. But in all actuality, they are the devil of the scriptures. Okay, I mean, it makes sense, right? Reading on, rather, the evil force which we now so prevently see is caused by the negative and ungodly traits of the Edomite/Caucasian Jews, degrading and debauching society and all that is good. But could we not preach the word of the Most High to the wicked Edomite, Canaanite Jews, converting them to righteousness? No, for God says they are born in that way and will not turn. The wicked are estranged from the womb. They go astray as soon as they are born, speaking lies. Psalms 58:3-4. These Edomite Canaanites are born with ungodly traits. The Most High didn't tell Joshua to convert them. He told Joshua to slay them. The Most High promises their destruction, not to their conversion. Psalms 58:10. Even if raised in a righteous environment, the Edomite or Caucasian will still be wicked. Isaiah 26:10. So right here it states, thus Esau, Edom, and his Canaanite brethren are not a extinct and no longer existing people. They are in the world today, and they are still at their ancient task of defying the Most High and attempting to corrupt and destroy God's true Israel people. They are still in the Most High script, acting out their role in the world, but their final scene draws near, and their time of destruction is at hand. Romans 9:22.
You know what my dad told me? He said the life expectancy for a black man in Vietnam in 1968 was 16.4 seconds.
What?
16.4 seconds.
So the moment you get out there, 16 seconds later, you're dead.
Check this out. They get in there on the helicopter. When the helicopter land, naturally, black guys, y'all go first. Y'all walking on landmines. And then once the shooting starts, guess who's shooting at you from the back? The white Southern soldiers who don't like black people. Who now you're being shot at from the front and the back, and you're stepping on landmines, and you possibly could become a POW, and you really don't have no good training because you really never been around guns and you're a teenager and they just threw you in the war. So this is what my people had to go through. These are those stories that are not told, that people like me made it out of because my dad, was blessed enough to get out of there.
Europeans come to this continent, literally ethnically cleanse the indigenous population out of existence, kill them on a scale that has hardly been equaled by the millions, and refer to them as savages. That's an achievement. Who's the savage? If you go, the first time I encountered this was in a little town in Massachusetts called Deerfield, or Old Deerfield. It's a reconstruction of what that little town looked like in colonial America. And so the houses are redone to look like they did then. Very nice job. It's a tourist thing. You go there and you look at that. And in front of each house is a plaque that explains something about this house. It was inhabited by the Yipsy Doodle family or whatever it was. And then description. On the 18th of October of 1702, the savages attacked. I remember the first time I saw this, the savages. You come in here, destroy everything these people have, and they are the savages. That's an interesting move.
It is.
You know?
I hadn't thought of that before.
Think about it.
So you want to live in a white-only country?
Not necessarily white only, but a country that is clearly based on a European model in which whites will basically remain the overwhelming majority in perpetuity.
Okay, how do you achieve that?
Well, that's an excellent question. Donald Trump has got some first good steps in mind.
What happens with Asians? What happens with African Americans? What happens with Latinos?
What happens to my
You presented
people?
me with a very limited view of the United States.
You are promoting a process that will reduce my people to a minority. You want more powerful Latinos. That comes at the expense of my people's power.
We're 17% of the population,
Right.
and we only have 3 senators. So therefore, we don't have the political representation that we deserve.
And you want more and more and more.
Of course, because we only have
How
3
much?
senators.
How much political?
At this point, 14 senators.
And 50 years from now, how many would you like?
Let's talk about 50 years from now. In 2044,
Yes.
white non-Hispanics will become a minority. Is that what you're afraid of?
Mr. Ramos, it's fantastic for you, for my people to lose power and become a minority. That's fantastic for you. How does it feel for
Because
me?
it is our country, Mr.
Our
Taylor.
country, our
It is our country. Don't you think we both have the same rights in this country?
I think that despite this nonsense in the Declaration about anybody being anyone,
Excuse
the
me,
white
you
people,
don't
the white
think
people.
we are all created equal?
No, what you want to do is change this country into an entire nation in which white people will become refugees in their own land
So
if your vision comes through.
You don't want to
true.
live alongside Mexicans?
Now, why is it wrong for me not to want my neighborhood to change? If my neighborhood is European, if my neighborhood they don't keep chickens in the backyard that crow at 3 in the morning.
What are you
They
talking
don't.
about?
I'm
That's a
talking
complete
about
stereotype. That's a complete stereotype.
Yes, and stereotypes are all true.
It's
aren't
a racist stereotype what you're
they?
saying.
Oh, racist! Give me a break.
Excuse
The
me,
white people,
you don't
the white
think
people.
we are all created equal?
No.
We are all a bit upset. I think perhaps it's best we wait until morning before taking a vote.
Vote? What vote?
On whether to take Roger into our home. We discussed all that, Walter.
I never agreed to a vote. It's our decision, just yours and mine.
Please, Walter, I don't want to argue the point.
I didn't take a vote when I adopted Mary Ann.
She is my natural child. It was the only decent thing to do.
By that logic, if he were my natural son, I'd have every right to expect you, my wife, to accept him.
Don't make ludicrous parallels, Walter.
No, I mean it, Vivian. If Roger were my son, you'd accept him?
Yes, Walter, if he were your son, of course.
All right, Vivian. I will let you be as good as your word. Roger is my son.
I don't find that very amusing, Walter.
Neither do I, but it happens to be a fact.
That can't be. He's,
And so is his mother.
This is really your son?
Yes.
Your natural son?
Yes.
Oh, my God. And to think I was going to let him live here.
You promised to accept him just as I accepted you as
You
child.
tricked me.
Vivian,
Don't
listen.
touch me, Walter. Don't ever touch me again.
You're getting hysterical.
God will never forgive you for having a black child.
How do you know, Vivian? Maybe he'll be pleased. Maybe God is black.
You will burn in hell for saying that, Walter.
Deep in my heart, I do believe.
Will you stop singing that song?
We shall overcome someday.
To give Mary Ann tranquilizers. I've been the Longhurst family doctor for 40 years. I delivered Vivian, and to see her in this state of shock is You must be a sadist to flaunt a black son in front of her.
I didn't flaunt him. And he's not black. He's what interior decorators call hickory bronze. Same color as your new car.
I would just as soon you did not compare that boy to my new car. I no longer consider myself your personal physician, and I would advise you not to get sick in San Marino, Mr. Whitney.
Your father-in-law wants the family to spend the night at his house. I don't see God's book around, Walter.
I'm sorry.
Sorry is for those seeking forgiveness. Are you seeking forgiveness, Walter?
Forgiveness for what, Reverend?
Vivian said you told her that God is black.
I simply posed it as a possibility.
We don't speculate on God's color, Walter. If you ever want Vivian to speak to you again, go upstairs and tell her that God is white.
But we're really not sure. I mean, the Hindus don't believe it, the Muslims, the Buddhists.
God is white. It's simple logic. His son is white.
That's not proof. I'm white, my son is black.
I'll pray for you, Walter.
These are the people that if you bless us, then God will take off of America some of the plagues that are now coming on America that will get worse after I deliver this message tonight. It is your mistreatment at the hands of white people that has caused God to send down his judgment on America. Now you, in your silliness, are so forgiving. White folk ain't even asked for forgiveness. I want you to hear me. White folk haven't even acknowledged that they did you wrong. They have not repented for what they did to your fathers and what they're doing to you and what they plan against your future. But God knows their thoughts, their plans, and because he knew them before they came into existence, he planned their destruction before they were born. I want you to hear me.
Highly intelligent. But let's go to the point. I want to first touch on the Native Americans since we're in this group. This is page 276. And I just want you to see this while we're on this note. I'm going to start here with the Creek Indians. It says the Creek Indians represent this as the most blissful spot on earth. They say it is inhabited by a peculiar race of Indians, whose women are incomparably beautiful. They were called daughters of the sun, who kindly gave to strangers, Their husbands were fierce men and cruel to their enemies. The people of the Most High, the people of God, who were murdered by thousands, men, women, and children, under the act made by Congress in cold blood murder to obtain their land. Woe unto the nation, the United States of America. United States of America is Rome's hitman. They are the military of Rome and the IMF.
Destruction before they were born. I want you to hear me.
Hey friends, so have you ever had a dream or a vision of looking up in the sky and seeing a bunch of UFOs? This is becoming a lot more prevalent now, and there's some more information coming out that adds some context to this, and it's very fascinating and very urgent in a way because we're talking about things that could be happening very soon. So, for example, my wife, who has a lot of psi abilities naturally, she had a dream just the other day where it was so real and convincing, she woke up and ran outside and looked up in the sky because she was convinced that in the dream, she was out in the parking lot with a bunch of her friends, and they looked up and there was just like tons of these gigantic saucer-shaped like motherships, right? And she ran outside when she woke up thinking it was real. And she was like relieved to look up at the sky and not see them. And this dream is not in isolation. I have had many people tell me very, very similar stories. I have had similar dreams myself. This seems to be a recurring thing. And you got to think the human mind, the human brain is an antenna that picks up these thoughts, and that thoughts don't exist in linear fashion the way that we think. You can pick up basically what I call future memories, a memory of a future event that hasn't happened yet, especially in your dream. So dreams are very precognitive. So just because you had a dream and it hasn't come true yet doesn't mean it won't. It could literally be a memory of the future. So first of all, drop me a comment if you've ever had a dream or a vision of seeing lots of spaceships in the sky.
So you had an encounter in Iraq. You were with the armed forces.
Yeah, 2nd 137th Infantry.
Can you state your name for us?
David Mark Koch.
So David, what happened? You're out on patrol and you see something.
Yeah, that day Air Force One was coming in on June 13th, 2006. And our task was to go into Makassab and basically do, I wouldn't call it reconnaissance, I'd call it more like an overwatch action to make sure that Air Force One, as it came in from a high spiral, didn't come under fire from man-portable or vehicle-portable anti-aircraft devices. So we went in, I'd say, I'm trying to think about, I can't remember the time frame for when it arrived, but I definitely remember when it took off that night. And we pulled our mission, got done, went back to where we're at Red One in Palace Complex, and we just did vehicle maintenance, weapons maintenance, took a quick brief nap because we knew we'd be on patrols that night. We get up, we take off, I'd say about 9 o'clock. It was dark already, and we always have to go through Makassab to do security patrols, what we call curfew patrols, to make sure nobody's on the streets after 10 o'clock. So we're going into Makassab to do a regular routine patrol, and the lead vehicle stops, and we're not even in Makassab yet. We're out there where the goats and the sheep are at. And as that vehicle stops, the lieutenant stops, and usually he reports right back to me if there's a situation or emergency. Well, I got no radio contact, and so I tried to hail him on the handheld again. Nothing happened. And I nudged my gunner, who's standing up right beside me with a 50 cal machine gun. I said, "What's the holdup?" And he basically looks down the cupola, he points up. And I'm like, what? So for security reasons, I flip down my night vision, open my door, look outside before I step out so I don't blow my leg off. And I look up, and my nuts and bolts brain said, when did the Corps of Engineers have time to put these 1,000-foot long, tall poles up with these landing lights in front of me? Well, then it doesn't make sense because we were just there that morning. And no way could anybody build a structure like that quick. So I said, okay, so I flipped down the night vision again, and this time I'm looking at a mile-long black triangle. It looked like an aircraft carrier in the sky. Made no sound. It had no exhaust, nothing. Absolutely silent. You could hear the goats and the sheep in the fields. You couldn't hear this vehicle at all. And some of the guys told me that, this is where it gets weird, because we're 25 guys on a patrol, all trained observers. And we all have little bits and pieces that make sense to some, and some it doesn't make sense to others. Some of the guys said that they could see the city lights reflected underneath it. I don't remember seeing that. Some of the guys said that, actually the lead vehicle gunner said it actually flew over us once, paused, took off to the right, and came back and settled over us again. Now I'm trying to get that guy to collaborate the story. He moved to Australia for some reason for Cox Cable, and every time I bring the story up, he says, listen, I've got a new wife, I got a new life, I don't want to talk about this shit.
Most people don't want to talk about it.
And I'm like, well, I don't know if that ruined his first marriage or what. I knew I had to go to marriage counseling with my wife over all this stuff.
Wow.
I mean, this is a lot bigger story.
Wow.
This is the nuts and bolts story I tell the public.
Wow.
But 25 guys, all observing the same thing. But because of the timeline we were on a combat patrol, we had to get moving. So we couldn't just sit there and look at it all night and take, we had no, and one thing too, on these missions, we couldn't take video equipment. We couldn't take cameras, we couldn't take anything. So all we had was word of mouth and our patrol reports. So we decided that, okay, let's pick up and go. I told the LT, you don't want to radio this in. You don't want to radio this in. So we got to the other side, to the orange groves. We did a little rally around my vehicle with all the troops, and we said, look, we saw something pretty cool today. But here's the deal. We come back to the talk, and we report this. LT, you're losing your bar. I'm losing my stripes.
Oh, yeah.
And we'll be the laughing stock of the whole battalion.
That's it.
So here's what we're going to do. Let's keep this to ourselves. Don't take it outside the platoon. This is a platoon mission. And I said, when we get back to the States and we're at a battalion dining out, we'll drop the bomb and we'll have, a good laugh about it. But I said, for now, we should probably keep it hush-hush. So the funny part was, now this is where it gets weird. So everybody agrees. Me and the LT go back to the talk, which is at Camp Slayer. And we're walking across this catwalk. Saddam Hussein had some weird buildings out there. And one of them was a little, like an island, concrete island with a catwalk going, totally surrounded by water. He had tons of these little weird, if you ever look at it was his headquarters, and he had so many weird, biblically built. He thought he was Nebuchadnezzar, and it's obvious, but what was really bad about it, the construction was so cheap. If you kicked the walls, they crumbled because most of it was steel girders with chicken wire and rebar, and then they just plastered over it. So you could actually walk up to the marble and pull it away from the wall and kick the walls in.
Good grief.
That's how cheap this place was built. It was almost like a paper mache, fantasy land.
Yeah.
Well, we crossed this little catwalk, and I'm like saying, LT, remember, don't talk about this. So we go inside, and everybody's on their computers, and every face is glowing with, computer screens. Everybody's doing this. And they're looking at J lenses, they're looking at satellite, photographs, all this other stuff. And just as a joke, I didn't think it would take me anywhere. But I said, hey, anything unusual happened tonight? Everybody stopped what they were doing, and all eyes were on us. And the whole place just had this tension.
Wow.
And one of my best friends worked at the talk, and he's like, and I'm like, did anybody hit an IED or anything tonight? And everybody kind of does this collective sigh, and they went back to their jobs. And so we kind of just turned to our patrol report, and we booked out, and the LT was like, what the is that? And I was like, I just wanted to test the waters. They saw something too.
And what do you think it was? What were you told it was?
Okay, this was years later, because I worked with Kansas MUFON, and they did their correlation on the time we were there, and they correlated with the time that Air Force One took off. I think it was 9:45, and we were there probably about 9:30 when we saw this vehicle. And from what I got from the director of MUFON, I won't use his name because he's not here to give me the permission, but he found out from somebody that was in the higher-ups of the Air Force. And the higher-up from the Air Force told him that's what he calls a TR-3B escort class dreadnought or dreadnought class escort. I can't remember which the two it was. It's one of those two things. And that it follows Air Force One around wherever it goes, has a crystal, liquid crystal display on the bottom that can, basically project the clouds and sky. It's sort of like something you see in the Avengers.
Exactly.
And they said,
of course, let me just stop you there. Trump talks about we have a space force.
Yeah.
And so why would he be saying that unless he knows about?
Well, I was hoping Obama was going to be the disclosure president. That didn't happen.
No.
Now, if you want to think about Trump's uncle was the guy that got a hold of all of Tesla's stuff.
Wow.
I mean, he was part of that group. He has Tesla's stuff.
So they know.
They know. So is Trump going to be the guy that right before the next election, in order to secure and cement his next election, is going to say, I've got the secret you've been waiting for. This is one thing that America's always been wanting to hear. and I'm going to give it to you, baby, but I want a second term. Is that what it's going to take?
Yeah, well, we'll find out very shortly. I know
Find out.
if he spills the beans, he's got my vote for sure.
Oh, he's got mine for sure, no matter.
What's up, TikTok? I'm back with another video. I will be speaking about the drones. All right, as you know, I'm in the army, the military, whatever you gonna call it. Look, we are launching the drones up in the sky as of right now in New Jersey and stuff, in Texas, everywhere. Like, y'all don't gotta be afraid. Them are man-made drones. And we're doing the launching or whatever. Now, what you do have to be concerned of, my bad, my eye, but it's the orbs that's inside the sky that y'all see that's glowing and stuff, that's shooting down the drones and all that. That's not a part of us. Them are actually real life aliens. Like, aliens do exist. They're above and they're below us. Yes, they do exist. And 2025 there will be a lot more of exposing the truth. I can't say the reason why, but because it's already out here, so I can speak on this. Aliens are real, and we will have to evacuate sooner than later. But just be careful. Keep looking up in the sky at night. They only come at night. They will only come at night. I don't know the reason. I just know it's been investigated. Aliens are real. And we're trying to figure out why they're here visiting us right now. It's a lot going on within the United States. It's a lot of everything, but they're real. Be careful. Watch out. I don't know what to tell you or like where to go. But look, you just gotta you gotta be prepared. Like, I don't know, cause right now it's only like really calculating like the United States though. Like, probably go to an island or some shit. Look, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. I don't know where you gonna go. I don't know if you gonna survive. But hey, it is what it is. It's 2024. It's the end times. Trump just got elected. I don't know what the fuck I'm gonna do. Shit. We all gonna, you feel me? I can't say the word, but you feel me? We all gonna, you feel me? It is what it is, man. Like, I'm not even joking. Like, let me stop cussing on him. It's serious, man. Like, this, like, situation is very serious, and like, I try not to think on it, and I really didn't even want to speak about it, but we all should just pray and keep praying to God or whoever you believe in, and just have faith. That's all I can say.
And will not all acquit the wicked. What did the Lord say? And will not all acquit the wicked. Not at all. God. And will not at all acquit the wicked. And the Lord will not at all acquit the wicked, man. Right? So the Lord is slow to anger, but great in power. Right. So repent and keep these commandments. Right? Stop sitting for 3 days waiting for some joy. Right? Israel is just
it is jaked out today.
Yeah, Israel is as simple as they can be, man. Yeah, as simple as they can be. I don't know if I can be around this many jakes. Man.
Yeah, it's just jaked out today.
That's not in the knowledge, right?
It's J-Day,
right?
jaked
Give me
out.
Jeremiah 4:22 again. Right? Jeremiah chapter 4 and verse 22. But this is what our people want, man. Right? And material things cannot save you. Waiting 3 days for a pair of sneakers cannot save you. Right? The sneakers come out Saturday, but you're waiting from today. Right? So God, brother, read. Jeremiah chapter 4 verse 2. Read. For my people is foolish.
What the Lord say?
For my people is foolish.
Yeah, the Lord said his people is
Esau was mocking him over there.
Yeah, Esau was mocking him, yeah. Yeah, there you go, there you go. They over there mocking him, man. You should do. Right? But Jimmy Jazz don't care because they gonna make their money.
Yeah.
Right, God?
For my people is foolish.
See, that Israel is foolish, man. Right? The things that we put our spirit and our mind in, you know, the stuff we put our energy into is not lifting us up as a nation, man.
Doing a damn thing.
Right, doing a damn thing. God, read.
They have not known me.
What the Lord say?
They have not known me.
And hell, where the hell is Jordan at? You don't ever see him stand out here on none of these lines.
Jordan got to eat a mic.
Right, go ahead, read. He's somewhere with a white girl. Right, sniffing coke in a damn club.
Right.
Right, go ahead.
They are sadish children.
They are what?
They are sadish children.
Right, the word sadish means stupid, man. I didn't say it, the Lord said it, man. The Lord said his people are stupid.
They have none understanding.
They have what?
They have none understanding.
None understanding, man. That's the problem with Israel right now. No understanding. That's why we do the foolish things that we do, man. We don't know that we're supposed to line up for things like the truth, man. We're supposed to be lined up for the truth.
God.
We're supposed to be waiting 3 days till the camp come out.
God.
Right? Them brothers will be here Friday. It's Tuesday night. I'm waiting, man. Lined up, right? To hear the word of the Lord. But it's not like that because this society teaches us to be into material things. Right? Give me Luke 12:15. Luke the 12th chapter and the 15th verse.
Luke chapter 12. Verse 15.
Right, this society teaches us to be into the outer appearance or material things. Hell, wait online for a garment.
Good.
Hell, you know what I'm saying? 3 days, this brother making me this laced up garment or something. Right, but Israel, you know, their mind is not on that, man.
Right.
Wait 3 days for Yahushua, Hamashiach. Right, wait 3 days for the Messiah. Right, go ahead.
And he said unto them,
come on,
take heed. Beware of covetousness.
Read.
For a man's life.
The Lord said a man's life, come on.
Consisteth not.
Go ahead.
In the abundance.
In the abundance, go ahead.
Of things.
Read.
Which he possesses.
See that your life don't depend on your material possessions. Right? That's what it's talking about. Your life don't depend on the material things that you have. The Lord don't give a damn about that. Really. Right? You can't take a pair of Jordans or foam posits or any other expensive sneaker into the kingdom of heaven. Right? You can't take that into the kingdom of heaven. The Lord don't care if you waited 3 days and you paid $240. No, you can't tell an angel that an angel's gonna be impressed. Right, go ahead.
And he spake.
That's it on that. Go to Deuteronomy 6 and 4. Right, Deuteronomy chapter and the 4th verse. Right, let's get that, man, because the Bible is letting us know, man. As a matter of fact, get Matthew 4 and 4. Matthew's the 4th chapter, the 4th verse. To show you that material things don't govern us, man. That don't make or break you as a nation of people. But now you're allowing that to. You're letting that define you as a nation of people. Right? When you're supposed to let these laws, statutes, and commandments define you as a nation of people.
Right.
Read what you got, brother.
Matthew chapter 4, verse 4.
Read.
But he answered and said.
The Lord said he answered and said, come on.
It is written.
Read.
And man shall not live by bread alone.
Man shall not live by bread or material things, food, clothing, or spiritual bread. The bread of this society, meaning the knowledge of this world. Come on.
But by every word.
The bread you're supposed to live by is by every word, go ahead.
That proceedeth,
come on.
Out of the mouth of the Most High.
You're supposed to live by this bread, man, the word of the Lord. Right? Not Christ meant bread meaning food. Or bread can go into false doctrines or false knowledge. Christ said, don't live by the bread of this world, the material or physical bread or the non-spiritual bread, but the bread meaning the word. Live by the law, statutes, and commandments. That's why Christ said in St. John 6 that what? He's the bread of life.
Right.
Right? He said, come and learn of me. I am the bread of life. I am that, Christ is that hidden manna in the book of Revelations. When it speaks about the hidden manna. Right? Meaning the mysteries of the Bible and the knowledge of the Bible can only be given to the elect.
But only the elect can get that hidden manna. Right? Like it tell you in Colossians 1:26, only the elect can get the mysteries that's written in these scriptures. Right? So you got to come back to that, man. Right? And stop following the foolish material things of this society. Right? Stop following the things of this world that you think get you prosperity, man. That you think get you more recognized in this world. Give me Joshua. Give me Joshua 1:7. Let me see how you get prosperity. Like they got, huh?
There's idol worship over here.
Yeah, idol worship.
They in church right now, man.
Yeah, they in church, man. They gonna get them Jordans and say, hallelujah. Hey, amen. I believe I can fly. Right. See
We're
that?
not worshiping them.
Huh?
No.
You got a pair of J's on right now.
Jordan don't care about none of us.
You sound like a hypocrite right now.
I don't sound like a hypocrite because you don't worship the Jordans.
Why you got that jewelry on your neck?
You don't line up for 3 days for a pair of Jordans. You don't line up for 3 days for a pair of
sneakers. You ain't going to heaven with that jewelry on.
What is
you going to heaven with that jewelry?
What does this mean?
What does it mean?
Yeah. Before you make a comment, hold on. Before you make a comment, what does it mean?
You told me.
It's a Hebrew
that's preaching right now.
All right, you keep running your mouth. You're not letting me talk. Right now, it is a Hebrew symbol that means life. That's all it means. You understand? Now, wearing a pair of Jordans.
All shiny?
No, actually, hold on, wait a minute. Actually, it was a gift. Actually, it was a gift that was given to me. But anyway, you making a statement about being.
You're not lying.
Say it again.
I know you're not lying.
Because we come out of the Bible.
Oh, you came from the Bible itself, right?
Yes, we come out of the Bible. Yes. Do you know your nationality?
Yeah, I know where I'm from.
Where were you from?
A place.
A place is not a nationality. That's not a nationality.
I was born on the planet Earth, man.
That's not a nationality though. Where's your father from?
Huh?
Where's your father from?
He died.
No, where's he from?
He died. I don't know.
What's his nationality?
He died.
You never met him? You never met your father?
I was born from like the Virgin Mary, so I don't have
Yeah. See, his spirit got cut.
Give me Deuteronomy 28:28 for him.
Spirit got cut. He got to go to
Deuteronomy
fullest.
28 and 28.
Virgin Mary, man.
Give me Deuteronomy 28. You wish you came out of the Virgin Mary. The Virgin Mary. If you came out of the Virgin Mary, they'd have threw you in a damn river somewhere. That's that reject child. No, throw him in a damn river. Right, Deuteronomy 28:28. Right. Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 28. Read. The Lord shall smite thee with madness. With what? The Lord shall smite thee with madness. The Lord said he would smite us with madness, God, and blindness, God, and the astonishment of heart. What did the Lord say? And astonishment of heart. The Lord said he would smite our people with madness and blindness and astonishment of heart. Right, so now the black or Hispanic man, says he's born of the Virgin Mary. What the hell is he talking about? Right, brother, read. And thou shalt grow at noonday. What did the Lord say? And thou shalt grow at noonday. You obviously got a guilty conscience because you're the only one running your mouth. Right? So you obviously got a guilty conscience. You must be worship the Jordans because you took offense to what's being said. You the only one opened your mouth, so you must be guilty.
Nah, you damn right. You damn right.
Read. Ask the bill. They always fall for the bait. Right? He didn't have to say no. He could have said that's not me he's talking about. But you fell for the bait. God, read. As the blind growth in darkness. Do you worship Jordans?
I don't worship.
All right then. So you shouldn't have opened your mouth. You should have said, you shut up. You should have said, he's not talking. Hold on, wait. You should have said, he's not talking about me. So I'm not going to say nothing. Because I know he's not talking about me. Right? See that? God, read. Thou shalt grow at noonday. Read. As the blind growth in darkness. What did the Lord say? As the blind growth in darkness. Just like the blind growth in darkness. Our people are lost, man. And they're foolish. They're lost and they're foolish. God. And thou shalt not prosper in thy way. What did the Lord say? And thou shalt not prosper in thy way. Our people will not prosper in their ways, the Lord said. Thou shalt not prosper in thy ways. Come on. And thou shalt be only oppressed and spoiled forevermore. What did the Lord say? And thou shalt be only oppressed. Thou shalt only be oppressed. Come on. And spoiled. And spoiled. Go ahead. Evermore. Evermore, man. That's what happened to Israel, man. we would only be oppressed and spoiled evermore. Right? So the Lord said we would be smitten with madness, blindness, and astonishment of heart. And a lot of our people, you can tell they're mad and bugged out of their mind. Right.
That's why 2/3 got to go, man.
There's a difference between having something and worshiping it. Right? He talking about my chain is blinged out. Well, number one, this is a Hebrew letter that stands for life. And it's not blinged out. Even if it was, it's something spiritual. There's nothing spiritual about Jordan. There's nothing spiritual about all these other name brands that you go crazy for. If a guy got a Jordan shirt on and say, oh, it's just a Jordan shirt, okay, fine. But to go to the list of lining up for 3 days, so that's idolatry right there, man.
Idolatry.
Right, that's idolatry right there. Having something and then waiting online 3 days for it is a totally different thing. That's when you're making it into an idol, man. Right, so go ahead, read.
That's endurance, man.
Right.
You fasted.
You're not enduring for nothing. You know what I'm saying? You're not fasting 3 days and 3 nights for the deliverance of Israel. Right, you're not waiting outside of a place to, hey, if we wait outside this place, we can get an application to get this building so we can have a place for Israel to gather. Yo, I'm gonna make that sacrifice, man. Maybe we'll get it, maybe we won't. Something like that is different. Right, but these are the things we're letting our people know, not to make things into idols, man. That's what happens. It starts to take on a form of idol worship. Right, having it is a difference, but when you start to take it on as a form of idol worship, that's what makes it a sin. Right, so God, brother, read.
Any other nations?
And no man,
Other nations that got them like this.
Yeah, look at that Sikh, man, with that turban on. He said, yeah, just sit out here 3 days.
It's raining, but okay.
Be ready to spend your money.
Yeah.
Be ready to patronize my Jimmy Jack store.
And they like, yes, sir.
I will have your sneaker and you can give me all your money.
Yeah.
Every one of you buy 2 or 3 pair.
2 pair.
Make me rich in one day.
Call home, call family.
Yeah, man. See that guy? Read. That man going home to eat him some curry.
Yep.
Right? And chill.
And say nigga 1,000 times.
Right, and say yes. I can't wait till they bring that money to me.
And half of them ain't even got no money.
Right, half of them ain't even got no money, man. Right, go ahead.
And no man shall save thee.
And what?
And no man shall save
right,
thee.
And who's going to save you out of these conditions, man? No man is going to save you. No man has yet to save you. Right, so the Lord said you would not prosper in your ways and no man would save you. These things are written in the Holy Scriptures that our people would do. Right, and Jake is just simple, man.
Simple as can be.
Right, simple, man. Give me Proverbs 122. Right, Proverbs 122. Just simple, man. Right, always scorning and mocking. Always scorning, mocking. All we try to do is tell our people to focus their mind, their spirit, and their energy on righteousness and the truth. Right. That's what we telling our people to do. To focus on the commandments of the Holy Scriptures. Right, so read what you got, brother. They're camping out. Right, go ahead.
Proverbs, chapter 1, verse 22.
Come on.
How long, ye simple ones?
What the Lord say?
How long, ye simple ones?
The Bible says, how long, ye simple ones, go ahead.
Well, ye love simplicity.
Well, you love simplicity, man. Our people are simple and they love to be simple. Come on, man. Look at this guy, the way he got his ears pierced, man. Yeah, right? You supposed to listen to a guy like that? Give me a break, man. God, brother. That's that Hamite style, man. Ham do all kinds of wild piercings like that, man. Right, God, brother, read.
How long, ye simple ones?
Come on.
Well, ye love simplicity.
And you can tell the word cuts into their spirit, man. Because they react. Right, that's like when we out in Times Square, 34th Street, or anywhere else. And well, yo, what you say? Their spirit get cut, man. Their spirit get cut and they react. Right, because something in their spirit confounds them, man. Right, and something in their spirit convicts them. They get convicted in their spirit. Right, so go ahead.
And the scorners delight in their scorn.
What the Lord say?
And the scorners.
The scorners, go ahead.
Delight in their scorn.
They love to scorn, man. Right, they love to scoff and scorn and make mockery. But what did the Lord say? What did the Lord say about those that make mockery? Give me Ecclesiasticus. Ecclesiasticus 28 and 27, I believe it is. 28 and 27. What about those that like to scorn and mock? Let's see what the Lord said about that. The Lord spoke about those that like to scorn and like to mock. They like to make different statements and accusations. Let's see what the Lord said about that. Ecclesiasticus chapter 28, I believe it's 27. Read that, brother. Ecclesiasticus chapter 28, verse 27. Come on. He that worketh mischief. Try 27, 28. But the Lord spoke about that, man. Because in these last days, you have to understand one thing. The Bible is the final authority. The scriptures, the Lord said, he that believe on me, as the scriptures have said, out of his belly or his mind shall flow the rivers of living water. The wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. Right? So, let me see what I want. Because the Lord is letting us know to repent and follow him. Do what the scriptures say. Not what no mortal man says. And people get offended because they get cut. Right? Their spirit gets cut. Right? Ecclesiasticus 28. And, yeah, read that. Ecclesiasticus chapter 28, verse 28. No, 27 and 28. That's what I want. Ecclesiasticus 27 and 28. Read that, brother. Yeah, read that. Ecclesiasticus chapter 27, verse 28. Come on. Mockery and reproach. What did the Lord say? Mockery and reproach. Yeah, mockery and reproach. Come on. Are from the proud. Right, when you mock a man or you reproach a man, what do? You scorn him. Right, you ridicule, right? And ridicule is the root word of ridiculous. Right. Right? So when you ridicule somebody, you think they look ridiculous. Right? They did that to the prophets of the ancient time. Right? They tell you in Acts, they thought, what it said, Acts, it said they thought Paul was a madman. Right? Acts, man. They thought the apostle Paul was a madman. They thought the disciples, when they came into upon those, the Epicureans and the Stoics, right? They thought that they believed in some strange God. But it was really the Epicureans and the Stoics that they believed in an unknown God. Right, so we already know the stuff that they're going to think in their mind. But what did the Lord say again? Ecclesiasticus 27 and 28. Mockery and reproach. The Lord said mockery and reproach, come on. Are from the proud. Are from the proud. From some dude that got his ears pierced like he's in some damn African jungle somewhere. Looking bugged out of his mind, talking about he's born of the Virgin Mary. Nigga, you ain't born of no Virgin Mary. You're born of the whore Satan. Right, come on, read. But vengeance. But what? But vengeance. Uh-oh, the Lord said vengeance is coming. But vengeance, come on. As a lion. As a lion. Roaring like a lion, come on. Shall lie and wait for those. Shall what? Shall lie and wait for those. The Lord said, but vengeance like a lion is going to lie and wait for them. So mockery and reproach is from a proud man. Right, but the Lord said, what? Vengeance like a lion tearing them in pieces is going to come from the Lord. So go ahead, man. Jake, make your mockery, make your little jokes or whatever, but don't make no idols out of these material things. Stop idolizing Jordan, phone posits, Nike, or whatever the hell you idolize. Right. They don't give a damn about you. Right, no way in hell, man, 3 days. 3 days to wait for some damn sneakers, man. That's ridiculous, man. But the Lord said that you would do that. Give me Proverbs 1:22 again.
If you can endure that, you can endure something 3 days for the Lord. You can do it. For the Lord, you can do it fasting. You can at least endure. And I can even see if you was waiting 3 days for a job. Good.
Right, at least that would maybe make sense.